What if I told you Horace was never supposed to survive season 1? Yeah, that hospital scene, that was meant to be the end of him. But something unexpected happened. Fans went crazy. Comments flooded in. People weren't ready to lose him. In fact, Horace became the most loved character in Beauty in Black. And that's when everything changed. Tyler Perry made a bold decision. Instead of killing Horace, he rewrote the story just to keep him alive. Because he knew one thing. If Horace dies, the show might die with him. And now, that one decision could be the reason season 3 is even happening. So what really happened behind the scenes? And how did fans literally save this character? Let's break it down. Back when season 1 of Beauty in Black was being developed, the story was supposed to take a much darker turn. Horace, one of the most important characters, was originally written to die during that intense hospital storyline. It was meant to shock viewers, a dramatic twist, something that would instantly grab attention. And to be fair, shocking deaths do work. We've seen it happen in so many shows before. Characters get killed off to create impact, to raise stakes, and to keep audiences talking. But there's a problem with that strategy. Sometimes you don't realize how important a character is until you remove them. And that's exactly what almost happened here. As the show started gaining attention, something very interesting began to happen. Fans weren't just watching Beauty in Black, they were connecting with Horace. His presence, his personality, his emotional depth, it all clicked with the audience. Social media started filling up with reactions, comments, discussions, theories. And one thing became very clear. People loved Horace, not just liked him, loved him. He became the kind of character people tune in for, the kind of character that carries scenes, the kind of character that makes a show feel complete. And this is where Tyler Perry did something very smart. Instead of sticking to the original script, he listened. He paid attention to what the audience was saying. He saw the engagement, he saw the reactions, and he realized something important. Killing Horace might not be a shocking twist, it might be a huge mistake. We've seen this happen before in other shows. When a central character gets removed, the entire dynamic changes. Sometimes the story loses its emotional core. Sometimes viewers lose interest. Sometimes the show never fully recovers. And Tyler Perry clearly didn't want that. So instead of repeating that mistake, he changed the direction. The hospital scene that was supposed to end Horace's story became a turning point instead. A moment of tension, but not the end. And that single decision changed everything. Because after that, Horace wasn't just another character anymore. He became essential. Every scene he was in carried more weight. Every storyline connected back to him in some way. And fans kept coming back, not just for the plot, but for him. Think about it for a second. Imagine Beauty in Black without Horace. It feels incomplete, right? That's because some characters don't just exist in a story. They define the story. And Horace became exactly that. This also shows something bigger about modern entertainment. Today, the audience has more power than ever before. Through comments, views, shares, and reactions, fans can literally influence the direction of a show. And this is a perfect example of that. Horace survived because people cared. Now, let's talk about season 3. At the moment, there's no official release date confirmed yet, but the momentum is very real. The show is gaining attention, clips are going viral, fan discussions are growing, and most importantly, the connection with characters like Horace is stronger than ever. And when a show has that kind of engagement, a new season becomes very likely, because at the end of the day, shows survive on audience interest, and right now, Beauty in Black definitely has it. So yes, season 3 is looking very promising, and if it happens, you can bet Horace will play an even bigger role, because now he's not just part of the story, he is the story. But here's the real takeaway from all of this. Sometimes the best decisions in storytelling don't come from the script, they come from the audience. listening to fans, understanding what works, and adapting when needed, that's what separates a good show from a great one. And in this case, it might have saved the entire series. So next time you watch Beauty in Black, just remember, you're not just watching a character who survived in the story, you're watching a character who survived because of you. And honestly, that makes the story even more powerful. What do you think? Was keeping Horace the right decision, or should the show have followed the original plan? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates, breakdowns, and hidden details just like this, because trust me, this is just the beginning.